Well, after I broke my back.
How did you break your back?
Well, so deep now. All right. So what is my story? My story, a lot would agree. My immediate family would probably disagree. But okay, so it's the dual diagnosis they call it in modern psychology today. We've got a child who suffered trauma within his household. Yeah, even if that is, maybe it was just a broken heart. Maybe I just needed Jesus in here from day one. You know what I mean? So we've got early signs of drug abuse and alcoholism, drinking, and this was continual from the age of 14 throughout my whole life. Sometimes it would be week after week. I'd obtained good things in life when I was able to stay sober, but I still didn't have, that was good, but looking back on it, I can say that I still didn't have God at the root of all that. So I achieved good things, but I only fell short week after week after week. It's sort of like, when you turn around and you make a mistake in life, we put our hands out and we tail between legs and we surrender. Look, in bit of humility, I've stuffed up. I don't like this, and it's affected my life in this negative way, and it's affected the lives of the people around me in this way also. And therefore, you make a plan and you go, right, why did I do that to start off with? And if you can find the answer to that, that's great. But still might not relieve it, you know what I mean? You may still have addiction in your life. And then you move on to, well, if you can work out why you did it, good for you. If you can't, you move on to, well, what measures are we going to put in place to stop it? And you start to put these measures in place. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, over time, I practiced these 12 measures that you'd put in place. And within that, it says, those 12 steps, it come from the Christians' 6 steps, I think, out there. Do your research. I practiced for years and years, and I did obtain sobriety. We spoke about God in rooms together. I prayed to God. Looking back, I don't think I had God in my life then. Or maybe He was in my life, but I feel His presence in my life more so today. I'm getting a bit off track. However, when you make a mistake and you get back and you put things in place, and then you don't make that mistake again. Let's just say it. That was a good week, and another good week. There's a bit of money in your account. She start looking in your eyes, and she's got a bit of faith about you that you will change your ways. Give the folks a call, give the brothers a call. You chat to them, and maybe they're all believing in you too, because they base your self-worth. I don't know. Maybe they look towards the material things. If Alan's not doing this, we'll love him. If Alan's not doing this, he'll be okay. If Alan's not Alan, something's wrong with him. Guess what? After a while, if you fail time and time again, if you fail 10 times, you keep trying. If you fail 20 times, you keep trying. If you fail over thousands and thousands of times every single week of your life, try and put something down and try and stop a behaviour that you can't, you feel powerless over. Well, I walked home one evening. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm walking from the city again, all the way 8 to 12k walk. I'm dirty, screaming from the top of my lungs, challenging God and telling Him He doesn't exist. Because He chose to turn around and give sobriety to all my friends for a good 10, 15 years. I struggled every week. So I challenged His existence and said, God don't exist. Called Him everything under the sun. And then I proceeded to climb up a wall with a barrier to stop people from jumping over. And I said, watch this. If you exist, then I'm going to fly tonight and it's going to be a miracle. So I got up and I climbed up and I hung on, climbed over the barrier and I counted to 3. And I went 1, 2, and I couldn't let go, couldn't jump. Then all of a sudden I'm overwhelmed with such a sense of love that I've made the worst mistake ever. Yeah, didn't want to kill myself anymore because I didn't know whether or not God was real or not. And let's just say he was, yeah? So I've changed my mind now. I want to get back up. Well, what seemed like 5 minutes probably was only a minute. I tried to get back up. I tried. I ran out of strength. I couldn't lift myself back up over the barrier. And that then is when I turned around and I said to God before I let go, I gave him my mind, my heart, everything. I dropped and bam, I hit the ground and I felt my back break. And immediately I took my shoes off, loosened my pants and laid there. I grabbed my phone. As soon as I go to make a call, 1% battery, it dies. 3 o'clock in the morning, I lay there. And I'm near a train station. And I start yelling out for help. And I hear a voice come back. And I coo-ee back and forth. And he keeps following me. And he goes, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm up here on the platform." I said, "Don't leave me." And he's turned around. And from my memory, I thought I was hallucinating or just hearing things out of shock. But from my memory, and I dismissed this for years, and from my memory, I thought I was hallucinating. Did happen, didn't happen. But I heard a voice say, "I've never left you." You know, and he was coming for me. And this person come up onto the platform, happened to be a rail worker, happened to be doing a physical track inspection on that date, at that time, yeah? And to top it all off, he had a big beard and some hair, he looked like Jesus. So,
Wow.
yeah. I get to hospital, I lay on my back for a week, waiting for the surgeon to come back from overseas to do the operation. Prior to that, as soon as I get into the emergency, my sponsor from Alcoholics Anonymous, who worked as a doctor in that hospital, come to visit me. And throughout the time that they would move me from one room to the other, doing a lot of tests and scans, there was always this lady at my bed, and she was always holding my hand. And I almost felt like a connection that she knew that I knew that she knew my secret of why I was really there. Because I didn't tell anyone I was really there. I just told them I jumped the fence. You know what I mean? Too much shame and guilt. I understand now and why I tell this story and why I tell the truth is because whether you're having a bad day or not, and whether or not that happens a million times or not, the most important thing is to reach out to someone. If I'd reached out, you know, I don't know, maybe that was a part of God's will, and maybe it was something I had to go through. But I defied God's existence. I challenged God, I probably shouldn't have. Who knows? I did what I did, but I got my answer, yeah. It changed my life forever. I knew then and there, when I was in the hospital, and they turned around and they told me you will walk again. Mate, there's nothing I can't get through. There's nothing that will ever bring me down, defeat me in this life. Nothing. Because all things I do now, I try to do my best on a daily basis to do things out of love. You know, there's so much more things I can try and think about in scriptures and everything, the Bible, this and that. But the biggest thing that always stands out for me is, are my thoughts and are my words and are my actions in line with that part that teaches us what love is in Corinthians. And if it's in line with that, I'm doing it that way, then yeah, that's all right for me. That's all right for me. So